Hey everyone, and welcome back to the final tech tree guide. And this one's going to be a bit less of a guide and just routes you could go into if you were interested. So right off the bat, I hit level 50, so I have everything unlocked, so I can see much more of the tree now. So we can be looking at the end game recipes. So in vitamins, I would actually recommend getting into Bone Breaker because it's going to be required to be making certain iron tools. That's something you're probably going to want to pick up. And then we've got Science Destroyer for like sieging and stuff if you're into mid-maxing that. But Bone Breaker I feel like will be the most important vitamin out of this from here on out. We go over to the next tree. And at this point I'm assuming you're going to be having Carapace or something like that. I would recommend getting in if you don't. Getting the cloak as well will be nice because there's really nothing that goes in that slot that's too big of a deal. So this will be a nice little damage reduction. Getting a cloak would be nice if you're abundant in tabs. Not required, obviously. But just a few honorable recommendations. Wingsuit, if you haven't gotten it yet, will be really nice to have. You'll want to get it. If you've got in a lava, you'll have the infused obsidian. If not, you could always go into ceramic if you were looking for a better bottle. I just stick with bone. I think bone's plenty. For now, at least. Uh, Go mallet blade. Then you can go into the sabers if you have abundance of iron as well as Nibian, Iberian. These the one-handed? Yes. Yeah, so these are the one-handers. This is probably what I'd be going into. Or will be going into. Advanced tools obviously are going to be really important. They're very expensive, so you're going to be needing abundance of tools. Or tabs, not tools. Well, tools too. It's going to be 8, 10. Down here, got into the two-handers. Firebomb would be useful, so you might want to pick that up as well. The rest of these is up to you, to be honest. Personal preference, what you're comfortable with using. Off to the next tree now. I'd be getting into advanced woodworking for sure, because it actually pumps out stuff faster, so that'd be really nice. If you got a ton of iron ingots, you're going to be needing reinforced planks for certain stuff to build. So if you notice your lumber build's like high end, but it requires a reinforced plank, you're going to see that popping up more and more with a lot of these end game recipes, depending on what you're trying to add. Always a reinforced plank. You're definitely going to want to be getting into the furnace if you haven't yet, but I'm assuming at this point you have, because you should be for ceramics. The advanced furnace is nice if you're trying to get into iron, you're going to need it. It's going to be 25 tabs to make the iron ingots. And then obviously you'll be able to make glass as well, so that's a nice bonus. Expensive to get into, however, but I think it's well worth it. If you're a bigger clan or you're like trying to get on those iron tiles, you could throw down a quarry and defend it. Just be careful though, because obviously those iron tiles are going to be heavily contested with a ton of people looking to get some free loot. I don't feel like that one's required, the water condenser. Liquid fuel's nice if you don't have it yet. That's sad. Yeah, you get advanced, and then if you have even more tabs, you can get into this one. Even more higher tier, but it costs iron to make. Fair warning on that. Now we're on to the next tree. If you're running the siler and stuff, I'd be recommending getting into cement. If you have an abundance of tar and all that stuff, you could be putting these in. 20k solid for a door. Fantastic. Nothing else to say about that, really. Really good pickup. Large water container I would be picking up at this point. I'd be getting into large. If you don't have larges from ceramic, I'd be getting into it. Gigantic's kind of up to you, I guess. I mean, obviously it's going to have a ton of health, but it's 25 ingots per chest, and that is really heavy. If you're a smaller group, it's going to be a lot harder for you to kind of get a lot of iron. So that one I'll leave up to you. Just depending on your situation will dictate if you need it or not. Ceramic tip bolts would be nice. Hellfire would be great if you're actually pumping out the stuff to make it. Otherwise, leave it alone. Don't really need it. getting a catapult and all that stuff, you'll be getting into this stuff. You got the slingshot with all the different ammo types, and you got the catapult, which I think goes farther. Probably a bit more what you're going to be looking for. Obviously, I haven't used either of these, so I can't tell you how good they are. Peter, floating mine, net thrower, exoskeleton. I've seen a few people use this, but to be honest, you could probably skip this. 4 tabs, it's not really worth it. If you need to get lava, host station will be nice. Or obsidian, I mean, not lava. You'll be wanting a host station beginning obsidian. I've seen funny things about the battle fan. I don't know if it's required though. So there again, up to you. We're off to the walkers. Now for walkers, there's a few I can recommend. So Camelop, if you're getting really heavy into lava and all that stuff, to make lava fuel, your firestone tools. But like I said, if you're getting into the iron tier, you might be kind of straying away from this a little bit, depending if you're pumping glass or not. Saw blades are really nice for getting redwood, so you'll probably want to get into this. It's going to be costing iron ore though to make the saw blade. You'd be wanting to get the long one compared to the normal one as well. You're just going to want to invest the extra 3 to get the better one. I can't recommend the Hercule, I've never seen it. The idea of it makes torque with heating water under or over a lava pit. However, I just don't really feel like it's necessary. Maybe you could tell me that I'm wrong in the comments or something, but I don't really see it being insanely useful. I think there's better places you can spend your tabs. We've seen the Hornet here. Not bad. I mean, it's pretty cool. Falco's pretty awesome. The thing's fast. If you're looking for more of a faster ship that can brawl, maybe the Falco will be your play. Buffalo is fantastic depending on how many people you have to crew it. So like the key to a lot of these walkers is you're going to need a certain amount of people to crew it effectively. But I do enjoy the Buffalo. We have someone who has it and it's pretty cool. I like the deck on it and everything. Titan, I would avoid. Way too many tabs, and I think it's pretty much a meme, to be honest. Schmetterling, 50 tabs, very big ship, a lot of resources to put into it. I've never seen the Smet or the Titan on a tile, period. I think this is actually the one I'd recommend the most for like an end game ship, and the reason why is because the Panda Walker is actually a walker that can pack other walkers inside of it. So I'll actually read the description to you. Large walker carrier capable of storing up to 5 walkers of any size and hauling them, providing they're not too heavy. Limited deck space allows to build some weapons for protection. So this thing can pack other walkers, excluding the Siler and Belang. It cannot pack those 2 walkers. So if you're thinking, oh, I can just pump all my Silers in there and be good to go, no, unfortunately, you can't do that. This, like, if you're getting to the point where you have too many ships and you want to heart more of them, really, I just think the play is to get a Panda, pack those ships in it, name it, heart the Panda, and then you have an additional 5 ships for storage. If it's like one of those ships you don't pull out often or anything, I think the Panda will be fantastic for it. This is a ship I'm actually probably going to gun for once we get back into tab production. And be getting, because it's kind of the point now, a tab could be useful. I mean the Panda, not the tab. Sorry. We've got the Mollusk. We got the Dominus here. This ship's really cool looking. However, I can't recommend it because I've never used it. I've seen it a few times. But that is up to you. If it's something you want to use, try out, go ahead. Got the gun pod, the reinforced gun pod, and the plating one. I can't say to use these because I've actually never used these. There again. I've been pretty much sticking to smaller crews, so I'm using a lot of the smaller ships like mainly stilettos and stuff is what I've been running, which has been a ball of fun. Love it. Cobra Walker, if you're looking to defend your base or something like that, set up like a big old clan base. Tusker here, pretty much the bigger toboggan. Massive ship, hard to maneuver, and it's gonna be rough to kind of get the trees and stuff. This thing's gonna bang on pretty much everything possible, so it's up to you. It's fantastic for cargo, however. Holds a lot. It's literally just the big brother to the toboggan. Just like the Dominus is pretty much the bigger mollusk. But it comes very, very big ship. It's easy to spot. So if you're trying to stay low key, this might not be the best ship for you. I think out of all these, the one I would recommend is like Buffalo, depending on what your scenario is for that. Or if you wanted to go Falco, completely understandable, great ship. Panda. However, I think that is going to conclude the final tech tree guide. I appreciate everyone hanging out, watching all these guides. Hopefully it helps. If you have any further questions, feel free to ask them below. And I'll catch you guys on the next video. You guys have a good rest of your day.